the legend, the best player to barely touch the sticks, the Brig. Nah, it's inescapable. I tried to have like a tag, but then like just Jame and Peanut were just like always call me Jeff. Oh, hang on. I don't think my oh I'm dumb. Okay, now
Two.
you're actually getting picked up. Yeah. My bad.
Oh, me? Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
I was making fun of Jeff the whole time. You couldn't hear.
yeah, definitely. Jame, let me know if volumes are good, by the way, because this is the first time I've
I
used
can
OBS on this machine.
I can maybe turn myself up a little bit, but everyone always tells me I'm quiet. So tell
Yeah.
me if I need to be.
Oh, thank
Do
you
my
at least
best
for
to
the
project.
sub. Okay. Real quick, here are the teams. I'm showing them on the stream. Uh, y'all pretty much know everyone here. A-Bomb going to be queening FSNS, and Obo, of course, going to be going to be queening for Tear Bears. So one thing I'd like to mention going into this is that FSNS has had a really difficult schedule going into this. This is like uh, another tough one for them. As people know, Tear Bears have gotten like second the last two seasons or something on West, and definitely a very tough opponent, as everyone knows. Um, so yeah, this will be definitely an exciting match. A-Bomb is a fantastic queen, one of the few holdout players still on the Switch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's repping
I
them.
like that.
There's like honestly like two people who queen on Switch still. Kaylee on FSNS also playing on Switch here. Everyone else on PC.
I feel obligated to ask: are there frame drop problems on the Switch?
Yeah, so like it has a stuttering issue, I think. I've like barely played the game on Switch, so I don't have like super first hand experience, but like really like low powered PCs and also the Switch will have like problems where every once in a while the game will like stutter for just like a split second, but it's always at the worst second.
Yeah, it's always going to be the worst.
So
Yeah, that's. I mean, and I'm not gonna harp on it too much, but that is one of the things that stops me from getting into a lot of games, and KQB sort of included, is give me rollback and everything. Give me
dude,
give me the best connection. Give me the best everything. We splurged for nice internet here, which is that's a perk. That's a plus. But it only gets you so far.
yeah, absolutely. It's like pretty good if you're playing on your home server. It can be a little bit rough if you're playing cross country, but like, oh man,
See me on land.
no, I can't wait to have KQB lands. I know they're coming at some point in the future, maybe next year.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's gonna be sick. It'll be great. Uh, but yeah, I think my number one feature request might be a rollback. It'd be awesome. All right, I'm gonna pop on over to the game screen here and let the teams
Okay,
know
let's go.
they look like they are ready to rumble. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them know that they are ready to go.
I'll do my best to ask leading questions. This is your time to shine all your knowledge directly
Oh,
on my face.
absolutely. Yeah. So for those who don't know, the background of the Brig is he's a fantastic melee player. Has played a little bit of KQB here and there, and honestly, I think he would be. I legitimately think you'd be one of the best in the game if you played it.
Dude, what's Peanut doing? That's secret technology that I've never
Oh,
seen, and I love it.
no, that is him simply pushing buttons incredibly quickly. That's the melee
I'm
fingers
a
right
big
there.
fan. Yeah,
All right.
so I know a lot of people from not these people. I know a lot of people in this community now from college, and that's it. I played a little bit. It's fun. Very good game, but
Yeah.
it's hard to devote your time to everything.
It's true. It's true for sure. All right, so we are going to be starting off on Pod here. Noah, as you may or may not know, is actually one of the original Pod gods. So
Yeah, that's just true.
that's a fact. So this map is going to be focused mostly on mill, maybe a little bit of snail pressure. You occasionally see teams throw berries, but it's not super common. Lots of carnage here.
This will be interesting for me because one of the difficult things playing the game is knowing who to focus on, right? Like knowing where to stare at.
Oh, for sure.
In fighting games, you look at your opponent, right? You always try your best to not stare at yourself, and it's a chaotic game here because it's flat. You have the one view, right? You're not following people in that way, but you have to know who to look at. It's a huge skill.
Not only do you have to know who to look at, but you have to worry about like the wraps. You got to worry about like somebody who's on the opposite side of the screen from you, but is actually secretly right next to you.
Right next to you. Yeah.
So Obo does lose an early queen life there. FSN is doing a great job keeping Terror Bears locked out. Alt does get up maced. So for the most part on this map, you're typically going to prefer having swords to maces. So controlling these bottom gates is definitely what you want to do when you're the team with more mill.
That makes sense to me. I feel like bases, you don't have the mobility, and the mobility to me is so huge when the whole point of this map, it feels like, is fighting. And a lot of the maces feel like they're used for ledging, right? That's what I've gleaned.
Yeah, maces
it's
are
pretty hard to go at someone with a mace. I've seen it happen, but I feel like that's not the idea.
Oh, some nice bumps by Retro on that bottom right gate. Yeah. As you kind of alluded to, Mace's strength is in holding space and less like taking space. And since more or less the objective most of the time on pot is going to be killing the queen, it's tough to move to kill the queen with a mace.
I mean, I gotta point out, the snail hasn't moved.
This is true.
I saw a lot of ability to get on the snail, and I understand that's not the focus.
There are maps where we will absolutely see some snail movement. This is sometimes
I'm looking
one
forward
of
to that. I mean, I'm looking forward to this. This is good. I like the scrapping. I can't say no to some snail though.
I think you will end up seeing a situation where if one team does get a strong mill dominance, like maybe they have 2 mill out and the other team doesn't have any, you'll see that third drone get on the snail and push it. And a lot of that time, you don't see like a true snail victory. You don't see a team actually closing out the snail. Obo going down to last. A really nice play there from A-Bomb. But, Obo with a crazy play to get out of there. Kills A-Bomb. That was wild. So yeah, like as I was saying, the snail is
a lot of it does seem to be pressure. It's there. I have not also seen many wins straight up snail. That's not the point, right? The point is I will win eventually if you don't stop me. So you gotta go stop him.
It's a timer. It makes the queen move into a dangerous situation.
Yes, especially when there's no mill, right? You have to protect as the queen. That's who can get someone off the snail.
The only one who can get someone off a snail. Obo sneaking his way out of a tough situation, finds himself kind of in another one, but I thought Woody was going to get him through the wrap there.
This 3 mil up. It looks real. This looks so scary. This is so hard. What do you do? You know?
You gotta run. You gotta pick. Crazy fight.
Yeah.
Kaylee.
Yeah.
Really nice teamwork. Basically, the pinch between Kaylee and A-Bomb there. Obo had nowhere to run. It was a really, really nice play by FSNS taking that first map. So we're moving on here to Tally. Tally, I would say, is actually maybe the most balanced map in the game right now. You're going to see... I would guess that both teams will open...
Okay, so you're saying balanced for win cons.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, A-Bomb with a big...
Because I recall a while ago there was some pixel misalignment stuff that I believe that's on this map, right?
That is fixed. Has been fixed.
That struck me as like a 50.1 versus a 49.9.
Yeah, it's like Snake versus Snake in Brawl.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but that's what I was thinking.
Obo going down to last, A-Bomb on second. There is a really good solid...
Sure, he's just kind of sitting on the snail, and I'm a big fan of that. You skill 2 people on the snail, and now the snail is another big threat. But look at that, this is so far. I love seeing the snail. Nice. I'm going to talk about the snail as much as possible.
The snail is great. Like, I would say that the Terror Bears in general are also some of the strongest snail escorters in the game. Especially Alt F4 has written basically a guide called Snailing Everywhere, which is basically a guide on how to win on snail as a mill player, which I think is really cool. And you'll notice, like, even though Obo's on last, there's much less pressure on him now because they are so focused on stopping this snail from being closed out.
Yeah, he's on it now. He's defending it now. But
Oh,
full
there it
snail
is.
victory.
That's a true snail, baby. Beautiful closeout there.
Snail victory is it's just a beautiful phrase.
Absolutely. It's like
Makes you feel good.
it's like a cultural victory in Civ, but like even better,
Yeah,
honestly. The snail victory. Split a map here. We're gonna see more baby berry favored.
I've seen the images with the red lines to tell you here. Throw the berry here.
Oh yeah, for sure. These initial
Feels like a lot of that here.
yeah. Oh my gosh, A-bomb going down
Getting the top
so
is really important. I feel like this. Whenever I've watched, it always comes down to oh my god.
Oof.
I mean, you just be killing instead.
Yeah. It's really tough when you get down on objective because when you're down on objective, like you can't dedicate mill to the things that you want to. You have to dedicate mill to stopping their objective, less protecting your queen. So it's like
Yep.
the military pressure helps with the objective pressure and vice versa. It's like it's really like can be kind of snowballing in that way.
I think that's what drew me to be interested in the game in the first place, and what made me, depending on map, maybe a little bit like, man, you're just milling each other to death all the time. You get a little indignant when you're like, I was sold on the promise of 3 ways to win. I like to see the 3 ways to win. That's my favorite part of the idea of the game, is that sort of pressure between what each objective makes you need to do as a queen, because you're the one with the sword all the time.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I would say that there are certainly maps where one objective is favored over another. But like as a whole, it's honestly pretty decently balanced. Even though you'll see more mill victories than economy or snail, it's because of the pressure that those objectives are.
Right.
Yeah,
for sure.
So here's Nest, by the way. This is the shortest snail track in the game, I think.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of this map, but this was definitely the one I know the least about. I think I've played the least.
After your time, in a lot of ways here.
Yeah, old man. I'm a huge fan of the tiny little holes that the queens can go through.
Oh yeah, we call that affectionately that's the male slot.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah. It's interesting because sword players can't go through it, but they can kill through it.
They can stick their swords. I have seen that.
This
is looking like a snail victory to me. Okay, getting the sack. What do you guys call it when you sack as a drone onto the snail to get eaten?
Play from FSN. Yeah, we do call it. Call it the snack. I will sometimes say if I'm the one, if someone has sacked to me, I am snacking. So
I'm
stacking and snacking.
I'm a fan.
Oh, I 100% have been forgetting to update my scoreboard. Let me do that super quick. Okay,
Mr. Murr, the score.
So yeah, that was a nice ride back from FSNS and an incredible play from A-Bomb to stop that snail closeout earlier. But
wow.
Bobo chasing him down, and that's
once again, it's not where I'm looking. It's hard to follow the. I think I need to be more focused on life count, more focused on how many times the queen has gone down. Because once it gets down to last on someone, I know everyone calls last. Like you gotta, everyone's got to know.
Yeah,
because your play has to change, right? If you're a queen and you don't have any more lives to get rid of, your play's got to change a little bit.
One thing that I think is also kind of cool in this game is that queen lives are a resource, like to be expended. Like
for sure.
Health in fighting games is a resource to be expended. If you're like a grappler, you're gonna spend some of your health to get in. If you're a queen, you're gonna spend some of your lives to bring down mill or push an objective or stop the snail.
It's also just an idea of how risky you're allowed to be, right? Because if you got full lives, you go for it. Get to make an extra crazy play or two because you have the time. I mean, surely you can suddenly be facing down 3 mil and have no mill up yourself, but it's not like there aren't consequences. But there are things you can do with extra lives.
Yeah, definitely things you can get away with, for sure. So like we do see Alt dropping out. We have Tycho coming in. Looks like someone else drop as well. Peanut also dropped. I imagine we will see either Penguin or Elise coming in, I would think, for Terrors. Terrors has a very deep roster. They have the full 7 on their team, even though you only have 4 in at any given point. They like to rotate mid-game, have a fresh take on things, which I personally think is really cool. I'm a big fan of it.
I can definitely appreciate that as a competitive idea. If you're allowed to have that many people on your team, you got to use it. You got to know what you're doing with swaps.
Oh, looks like Retro dropping as well. We have maybe a full team swap here from Tear Bears. Looks like we may have Lil Penguin Dude, the Prodigy, coming in. And I imagine this is going to be Elise here. It is. Meanwhile, FSNS sticking with their 4 here, as expected, somewhat, I would say.
Stalwart.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think that's interesting, especially if you have like comps that you do. If you have like 2 sets of 4 people, basically, I guess the queen stays, and then you have
typically
2 different sets of workers. That feels more manageable to me than swapping out individual players. There's something to be said for all the team dynamics. Basically, every time you swap someone in, you need to have a good reason. you need to have a reason to do this. It needs to be smart, I think, because otherwise you're sort of throwing away momentum in a sense. You're throwing away what you gained from the last set. You know, if it's not worth it.
But I would also counter with the players who are coming in have been watching the game and have like a broader perspective on some things, so they can come.
They definitely should. They should also bring info. It certainly can't be like, oh, what are we doing today, boys? And we're down 2-0, you know. You need a little bit more effort than that, but.
Ooh, nice kill from Obo there. Just catch an A-bomb. So we're on Spire here. This is, I would say,
that's another
probably, yeah.
Camping. He's on the hunt.
Oh
my god.
At least cleaning it up. That in the community we call that a Marge right there. You can see that the queen kind of looks like Marge Simpson. With the blue hair on top of the head.
With the hair, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Marge. All right. So yeah, I was gonna say that is probably the most focused map. You'll see teams run Snail and Berry, more Snail than Berry, I would say, but
I believe it's been that way for a while, because I remember throwing a berry and being like, why am I throwing a berry? What am I doing? I feel like this is never gonna happen.
A-bomb with a strong open this time, catching Obo out here. But meanwhile, it's a 2-0 up to 1 for Tear Bears. Kaylee and Woody really are going to be looking to get at least 1 more up here. Not looking to get any up at all. We do see Elise
any up.
Snail. So this is kind of the situation I talked about last set, where nice kill from Penguin.
You're 2 up and you're like no one else is up, right? So now is a good time to force the queen to do something, right?
Yeah,
the queen's the only one who could fight that right now. If you're not second, I see it. My brain is expanding.
The other interesting thing about this map is these gates are so close to the snail. So like if you're a warrior, you can protect the snail and lock out the other team from getting in the gates often at the same time. But meanwhile, A-bomb's doing a great job of picking
value.
Off. Oh, Penguin with a kill. An interesting clash on the dive from A-bomb, but Penguin is absolutely ready for it. Gets the kill. Tycho is speeding on that.
See some speed snail. Yeah, there's the pressure again. I mean, it says military, but in my heart it says snail.
The pressure of the snail certainly drew him over there. Oh no. I'm just like really badly breaking things. Give me 1 second.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll fix now, maybe, probably. Alright, so yeah, here we are, another repeat map from last set. We did see that true snail victory from Tear Bears last time. Be interesting to see if they're looking snail again. It looks like they are, because they're not really contesting these center 3 berry piles at all.
The immediate mace is interesting to me. I feel like mace, in my head, is a response to berries already happening. That doesn't have to be true at all. That's just what it feels like to me. Tell me if that's not true. It feels like in this map, I have seen a lot of mace immediately. And it's not. I guess it's not necessarily for ledging berries, but just controlling that space, saying don't ledge berries or don't start even thinking about berries. I'm already
So
ledging. You know?
this is like, especially in the newest patch, this has become like a very strong map for berries. In that, like, top teams unopposed can literally get all of their berries in like 20 seconds. So if that's obviously without an opposing queen or without anyone trying to stop them, but you really do need a mace to be ledging those berries. There's also no sword on this map, as you may have noticed. So like it's mace or gun here. Oboe on last, but Terra's 3 berries out. Oh, and it's
no.
Woody on the mid gate. I think that was a nice iframe kill. That's a don't touch that gate.
Don't touch the gate. Yeah.
Queens lose their iframes when they tag a gate. So if you're waiting there with an active hitbox,
brilliant design choice. It makes so much sense.
I love it, honestly, because like whenever I get the kill, I get to yell, "Don't touch that gate, idiot!" It's great. It's always a real fun pop off. All right, so we are 2-1 in this set. And back again to nesting flats here. Elise also pushing this initial snail here too. So like once you're through this grass patch here that slows the snail down, it's really incredibly threatening because you're like 12 seconds from victory at that point or something.
You're now two grass patches away from bringing it back.
Yeah, that as well. Like
it makes it definitely like I'm interested in how it allows you to have such a short snail track also.
Yeah, it's like, so like Woody is speed shield snailing here, which I think there's a, that was really nice from Penguin. So Penguin! Penguin, that was disgusting. So really quick, I want to point out something really Penguin did, and I didn't even understand it for a second after he did it. He clashed the shield of the Snail Rider while he was standing in the grass. Normally, the clash... Oh, and it's the least killing A-bomb coming through the wrap. Tear Bear is taking the second set here. That's our second.
That was fast.
Yeah, that was a little bit quicker.
Penguin 15. That's a 15. That's double digits.
That is a 3-1 KD. That is incredibly impressive from Penguin there. 8 berries from Elise. Woody with not bad kill numbers on the FSNS side here as well. But yeah, that was just very strong mill play from Terror Bears. That's certainly what they're known for in a lot of ways. Wonder if we're going to see another rotation here, potentially. Looks like Elise coming out. I wonder if we're going to see Retro or Alter Peanut come in here. It's Peanut. Heck yeah. I'm glad Peanut's getting 2 sets in while you're casting.
Yeah, I get to watch him flail. No, if he pops off, I can hear him.
Oh, true? Yeah, same with Elise. All right. So here we are, a third nest. Getting a fair amount of repeat maps. I would have really liked to see a Helix. Okay, we are guaranteed at least 1 Helix in the set. Potentially a BQK as well, which I don't think we've had one of either. So that's cool. I'm excited to see Helix for sure.
So now, okay, my brain is broken. Are the maps aren't chosen, right?
They're random.
They're random?
Yeah, okay. So they're random with forced no repeats in
Makes sense.
Ooh, A-Bomb with a nice kill. Kashinobu's Meanwhile, we have Kaylee and Woody up. Governor was
all the gates finally got tagged. It's interesting to me seeing the routes that the queens choose to tag gates. I've kind of wanted. We made the joke. It's like gets on base. We made the Moneyball joke where it's like they tag gates. This queen.
Oh yeah.
They're clearly active because they tag gates. This snail's like real.
This is maybe close. This might be a nonstop.
No,
it's not. It's not. Okay, all right.
It deserves to be.
That I don't know how it wasn't, but I thought that might have been a nonstop. For the record, there are not many nonstop snails in IGL.
I would imagine not. That's good. This guy rides a snail.
Oh, absolutely. Peanut as a worker for the vast majority of the time is a very objective focused worker, which I think is really cool.
He does the dirty work.
He does. He is getting up here. Up stored. Woody getting up stored as well as his governor. 2-1 Millwise. 2-2. 1-2 Millwise. But Woody with a big kill on Oboe. That said, he does go down after that. So FSNS is completely locked out while Terror Bears have 3. So this is maybe... Oh, some huge kills from A-Bomb. Finds 2 warriors. Gonna get Woody up here. Potentially one more. Nice deny from Oboe. Let him up. Tycho is pushing that.
Yeah, it's interesting to me to see how often people manage to sneak in speed. To me, when I was playing, it felt like, oh, it's really hard to get into the gate twice. But I often see speed. I mean, speed stale. That's like you go in once, but seeing a lot of like speed and shield and warrior. To me, that's insane. The amount of space control you need. It feels like.
The meta has shifted from that since last time you'd play, I'd say, and it's primarily because, weirdly enough, of increased ground friction. You stop sooner, which means you lock into gates a little bit sooner than you used to, which means it's a little bit easier to get in there twice. Nice. The interesting side. Oh, A-Bomb with massive kills, finding 2 blue warriors and Oboe there.
No, Oboe's on.
Yeah, Oboe is on last tier. The snail pressure is on. Oh, and A-Bomb for a third. I think all 3 of those kills were A-Bomb. Very, very clean pod from FSNS. So we're 1-1 going into Helix. So Helix, I think this was probably when you were playing to probably the #1 berry map. Those berries.
Yeah, this is the one that I've really seen pictures with the red lines. This is the red line central.
There are approximately 1 billion
lines,
lines.
which I'm a big fan of. I feel like that's an interesting meta. That's a really cool way to further the game, is to have that kind of time pressure. It's like if you don't deal with this, the berries will just be done. We'll just be done. The game will be over.
It's like it's really interesting because you'll see like the open can be exceptionally important. Like if you get a queen kill on the open, then you have potentially 2 workers running in berries completely unopposed for 6 seconds or something, and that's enough for good berry teams to get in half the hive or more. We're seeing FSNS only 2 berries out here, and A-Bomb going down. I'm not sure if that was Tycho or Oboe who caught him there, but this is going to be...
It's interesting because now, I mean, when you force to ledge like this, Tycho's... I mean, I feel like you're often have one player ledging when it's this close, but now you're forced to. You cannot leave, right? Those berries will just go in. There's 2 berries left.
Absolutely. Right. And it's worth noting that neither of the...
You gotta.
Neither of the berry holes left are on the top row either, which means you can hit them from the top half of the hive or the bottom half of the hive, which means they are harder to ledge. That top row you can only hit from the top half of the map. Huge steal from Penguin, catching a berry.
Penguin runs away like a little bandit. What a rascal.
Like a little brat, honestly. Oh. I'm not sure again which one of the maces was that picked up that kill on A-Bomb, but Terror Bears at this point have basically abandoned their own berries and are going full mill looking to catch A-Bomb. Both queens on last year. Oboe was in a tight situation there, but found a way out. We're also in a situation, if you look on
Peanut's like, help me with this gate, and Peanut was sitting for that gate. That was some good shield usage also.
Oh my gosh, Peanut is up Super Soldier on here. That is not common, I will say.
He's going. He made the call. I'm chasing. You can feel it.
Oh, okay, A-Bomb takes him out. So we are near famine here. There's only 3 berries left on the map at the very top in those 2 berry piles, making it really, really hard for any drones to get access to them with the way that they're being locked down by Oboe and...
Peanut managed to grab one. That is definitely really interesting. There's only 2 more opportunities total, and now it looks like 1 more opportunity
So this
to even get up.
FSNS can't win on berries. There are not enough
Yes,
berries
that
left
is
on
very
the
cool.
map, which is why they started pushing that snail early on. But going into this famine, if they don't have any mill up, it's going to be a really, really rough situation. It's basically going to be A-Bomb versus the world. He's going to have to deal with
It's
these.
looking like we're 3 up right now, and I don't really see it happening. That one berry is getting chucked. It's over there now.
Oh yeah, it is 100% a fight over that berry right now, and they're trying to put it in with the bases. Oh my gosh, I love the play. Govna grabs it, might be able to find a gate. He's probably looking top left here. Looks like
Oh my god, he gets up.
What a play from Govna.
That's crazy.
So we have 1 mace versus 3. Both queens on last. This could end up being a long one if these queens decide not to fight. I thought Peanut was going to get it right there.
Yep. I mean, now it feels like it's still really dangerous, but you're kind of just running for your life now.
Yeah, so it's actually very interesting in that if A-Bomb doesn't die, Terriers literally can't win right now. They can't push the snail. There are no berries on the map. They're just all of these bases. That said, if you're A-Bomb, not dying in this situation is very hard.
It's also very hard to win.
Yeah. I mean, if he catches Obo, it's certainly not outside the realm of possibility. And A-Bomb is more than a solid enough queen to be able to do it. Oh my gosh, Peanut is chasing here. Tycho, meanwhile, has just been babysitting this snail. And there it is.
Okay.
It's Peanut with the mace. What a wild Felix. I'm glad you got to experience.
That was a really cool match. I like that a lot.
It's a very unique mechanic. Really, like, I can't think of anything remotely comparable to it in any other game. You saw where Peanut was getting up Super Soldier there, and that was intentional. He was trying to remove the berries from the map.
Remove the berries, yeah.
To famine faster. It's a really brilliant.
I like that a lot.
Oh, A-Bomb with a huge open. We just have the notorious penguin gun.
There's a squad waiting for that bottom gate. I love seeing everyone waiting in line nicely.
Yeah, very very polite queuing. We have Woody with the Glock and block up here, which is the shield and gun combination, which is very threatening for Queens to deal with. Really like the movement by Woody here.
Well, that was something.
I think he came out of his dash like the last frame. And it was a really good. Oh, that's definitely one to. Nice kill from Obo in that.
Wow. Once again, Obo just barely not killing, just barely not dying. He's in the thick of it.
Sure. Obo is one of the most technical queen players in the game. He pushes buttons really fast. It lets him do some pretty.
I like that.
Stuff. So we have Terrier starting to run a little bit of berries on this map. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it is for the purpose of drawing Mill away from the gates to try and get some warriors up, and it does work. They do get 2 up here, but meanwhile this FSNS snail is rolling, but the FSNS warriors are down right away. What are you doing? Some nice bullying with shield. Peanut finding A-Bomb on that top left gate again. Both queens on last here.
That's A-Bomb on last, and there's 3 Bill, and
it's a familiar situation. It is. Oh!
It doesn't get Penguin.
Yeah, just barely getting caught on that ledge. I think he wanted to keep rolling through. But that is going to do it. That is Terriers taking it for their third 3-1 in a row. 23 kills from Penguin, 17 from Tycho, 11 from Peanut, double-digit kills across the board from Terriers. That mill is just so threatening. Oh. Man, that was a great match. So Terriers does pretty often do a thing here where at the end of the game they will looks like everyone dropped from the custom. I imagine they'll come back where everyone stays in the custom and they completely shuffle the teams and just play like one out for fun, which I think is really cool. It's always a lot of fun.
I like that.
They're bringing some people back. Looks like there's gonna be some shuffling here, I think. But yeah, geez. Abom doing some really, really great stuff, but just like the number of situations where he found himself on last versus full mill while his team was wiped, it's too much. You can get out of that situation, maybe one time, maybe two times, maybe three times, but eventually, uh,
Looked rough.
yeah, the Warriors will have their due. You see Woody and Govna coming back in. It's like we will have Kaylee coming in, the eighth player, for some nice shuffling action. This is great because you end up with queen mains, not or you end up with not queen mains playing queen.
Someone's got to play queen.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, they're shuffling. Oh, I think they're shuffling so Peanut doesn't end up on queen. All right,
Get Peanut out of that spot. He can't be there.
Classic queen matchup between Governor and Retro here. I will say Retro's queen definitely not a slouch. Definitely was a has some queen experience under his belt. Governor maybe not quite as much, but I'm here for the Governor queen.
You know what I could use would be some sort of program that tells me what everyone's queen hours are.
Oh, it's actually listed in game.
I know it's listed in game. I want give me some API and give me a website or something that shows me. I've played Queen for 20 minutes.
I can tell you how many hours you've played Queen. I can drop and check your profile right now.
It's probably an hour or so.
I wonder what I'm up to now. I think the vast majority of my time playing Queen is just from being in fun shuffles like this. Retro with a big kill on the open. Early snail pressure for gold team. Elise is looking for Super Soldier. Govna on last. We have a second Super Soldier coming up here. Obo's up Super Soldier. Two Super Soldiers on the gold team. Alt doesn't need it though. Alt finds the kill. Oh, and it's Retro through the mail slot. At least I think that was through the mail slot. That may have actually been not.
I think he was right next to it.
Yeah, he may have been a little bit too low to be coming out.
I think in my very brief period playing Queen, my saving grace is pressing the down button and then pressing the other dash button.
Oh,
and you just gotta move. It's very difficult for me to imagine not spamming buttons playing Queen.
Oh yeah. Queen is definitely like the most technical stuff you can do in this game is with Queen, for sure. If you watch Queens like KG, like the kind of stuff they do, it's just like, that's not fair, dude. Your cooldowns are just shorter than mine. It's honestly
they're
garbage.
just faster.
What I'm trying to say is, KG is a cheater and should be banned from the community. Just kidding, KG.
Yo, berries?
Yeah, the berries are kind of cooking right now. I love this little casting chain between Governor going down.
I thought that was the play.
Oh,
just
yeah.
chucking berries from the bottom.
There are. And Retro finds Governor again. The berry pressure was too much. Yeah, it's really cool. I honestly feel like that is probably still underexplored on some maps. Like some of the berry passes and chains you can do to get berries in really, really quick, especially on the open. I really feel
There's
like
a lot of stuff there with needing to communicate it fast enough for it to be worth it, because you need an uninterrupted like 3 seconds or so, and that's hard to come by in this kind of game.
I mean, if you're doing it on the open, if it's something you've like practiced with like a team, yeah, probably in a ranked it's not going to happen if you're just like out there, trying. But like these teams are playing together, 4 or 5 times a week, some of them. So it's not outside their own possibility. Meanwhile, Peanut on his speed snail, he's cooking. Oh. Peanut back on the snail will not be denied.
He felt it. This is the time. Well, one more time? Okay.
I love the 2 blue drones that are just running around with speed.
They're just kind of moving.
Not doing a lot, but they're doing something. Alt's gonna get a berry in here, maybe? Trying to get around this Kaylee ledge.
That was a journey.
Peanuts on the snail! Oh, huge punish from Woody.
Delta 4, get it. Time for get off the snail real quick so we can get a picture. Oh no! Peanut trying to win? He gets up instead of helping.
Oh, did he?
Secure the picture.
I'll be honest, I'm a little bit mad at Alt for stealing the snail glory on that. That was Peanut's baby. He rode that snail from like
maybe that was a spite mill. Get up.
Yeah, true.
So I'm not allowed to get on the snail. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know what it is? It's like he's taking the high road. It's like, okay, I was pushing snail and you were just running around like an idiot. But now you're on snail. You know what? I'm here for you. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna get up mill. It's like a
okay.
Watch out for the oboe gun. Oh, and Retro closes it out.
It's a hard game to win if you're not used to running away as queen. That's a lot of your job.
It's true.
Simply refusing to die is a big skill.
Yeah, for sure. There are definitely queens that are like exceptionally slippery. Like they're like sometimes you're playing and it's like, all right, it's fine. We can just kill the queen here. But then there are some queens you come up against and they're just too damn slippery. You can't catch them. They're always getting away and they're slowly rebuilding their team. It's tough. Some tough queens out there for sure.
It's got to be a interesting aspect of building a team also, is having that kind of communication with your queen and finding a queen who agrees with you. Like, I want to go forward, and the queen's like, well, I want to live for a little bit. I want to not take any risks. And not taking risks is perfectly acceptable. That's a good decision. But there are going to be times when probably if I was going to play as a drone, I'd be like, if my queen's taking risks, I'm like, hell yeah, dude, go for it.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
But, it's definitely it's a matter of how you want to play.
There are actually two main classifications here. While we're talking about queens, you got your ground queens, like Peanut. Peanut is absolutely 100% through and through a ground queen. And then you have your ceiling queens, and Governor with a pretty quick fingers there too. Heck yeah. And your ceiling queens are the ones who are staying alive, playing a little more passive. Oh, they both got the freeze. What a flex. I love it. Also, hi, Sklover. We got Sklover in here now as well. Always fun to have change-ups like that. We got another nest. I feel like there's like one map that we haven't seen like any of still. Maybe I'm crazy. I guess we only had one helix or something, but...
We had one pod.
One or two. We had a lot of nests, that's for sure.
Oh,
Peanut is on the snail. He's a man on a mission.
He's going nonstop.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
He is almost out of the grass patch. Almost. A-Bomb does not want to get nonstop today. Sklover with the big kill on Elise.
Sheer will. Commitment.
Woody punishing the snail kill there. I love this retro speed shield drone just running around causing problems. He's just standing there menacingly right now.
He decided it was more fun to stand still.
The standing still game is very strong. As a mill, maybe a little less though as a drone. Sklover with the pop off. You love to see it.
It's nice to have a button that you can press that dashes you forward and makes you kill things, as opposed to no buttons.
It's true. I mean, he has the shield.
Throws a berry, and yeah, there's the shield. It's pretty menacing, but it doesn't do anything.
The shield, dude, I have bullied some people to death with the shield. You just bump them around, and you like push them in somewhere they don't want to be, and then they end up dead. See, it's like someone else gets the kill, but like, did they really? Or was it the shield? It was the shield. It was the shield. 100%.
The wall.
I love this fight that is 100% centered around the snail right now.
There's a lot of effort being put on being in the bottom third of the screen.
Oh yeah, it's like not even the bottom third. It's like the middle third of the bottom third.
It's also the middle. Yeah,
It's like
it's very important to control. This is we're playing chess.
Oh yeah.
It's also what the center's good for.
Retro, meanwhile, has slowly undone all of the snail progress. Peanut is back on the snail. I'm happy. Okay, alright, he died. But
when drones don't have a berry and they don't move, they kind of look pretty sassy. They put their hands on their hips a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It's like, what are you doing? That's cute.
They just stand there. It's like you could feel like a small amount of disapproval coming off of the drone for sure.
It's like he's clicking his tongue. It's like,
Just like disappointed with what he's seeing. All right, we're gonna. Oh, you know, Peanut's on the snail, baby. He's not stopping. He's already off the rope. The snail is rolling. Oh my gosh, look how fast the bear is going in for blue though. Oh, they're actually only 2 out. They're gonna be 1 out here.
it looks like it's over.
Oh my god, look at the blueberries.
How unfair that the maximum that was the fastest that snail could have gone. That poor
That is one of, I think, maybe 2 maps. I think maybe you can do that and you can do split, or tally rather. Faster eco than snail. Actually, I guess if you have 3 running eco. 3 running eco is much faster than 3 running snail, when you think about it. The snail can only go the 1 speed. If you have 3 drones.
So if he goes slow, I can't really be that sad.
Dude, I'm here for all these A-bomb stuns out of the bottom gate. Glover down on last, by the way. Peanut riding this nail to the surprise of no one. Glover with a huge kill. Glover out here killing everybody. Govna on the snail. The Spire Berries are slowly cooking. A-bomb's putting them in. Oh, I think that was a Retro putting Elise on last year. I know Retro's looking for one more gun kill here, and there it is.
My foot.
See, this is mean because Elise does not play a ton of Queen, but Retro plays a ton of gun.
The matchup's not fair.
Yeah. Obo going 9-2. What a monster. Peanut with 1,500 snail. You love to see it. All right. I wonder if they're going to be done or if they're doing one more shuffle here. Okay. Sounds like they're going to be done. Let me go ahead and flip over to this real quick. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Actually, wait, are they? Oh, they're shuffling again. But I already started in the cast. I can't stop ending it now.
GG's. Okay, GG's.
Yeah. Good games. Brig, thank you for joining me. Appreciate it. Your commentary debut for KQB.
Yeah. I'll have more questions prepared if I do it again.
Oh heck!
I don't know what it would be, but you know, there's always more room to learn.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hope to, maybe catch you playing the game one of these days again, just a little bit, if you're feeling it.
Today was a really good day because I had no ability to play games. My hands hurt, so today was like a perfect day for me to talk.
You playing too much?
I played Demon Souls for like 20 hours the last week.
Did you get a PS5?
I did.
Ah, nice.
It's good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I had fun.
Okay. Heck yeah. All right. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna end the cast now. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. There might be more matches tonight. I'll look in a little bit and send that way if there are. I think there probably are. Anyway, okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.